Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the Atakline for Thursday, March 21st, 2013. Alright, let's kick these off with some concert news on one of the most legendary bands in America and of all time that just announced their North American tour, which I expected them to. No, I'm not talking about the Rolling Stones. I wish. It's the Eagles, who of course are honoring their 40th anniversary. They had a documentary aired last month, and I knew in my heart that the Eagles were going to go on tour this year. They only had some select dates done, and of course some solo dates, with Joe Walsh opening up for Bob Seger here in Michigan. But unfortunately, his group isn't touring Michigan. The Eagles announced the first set of dates on their History of the Eagles tour, which will kick off in July. I think it's going to kick off in Wisconsin. It'll be in Kentucky. It's going to be in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, at the Quick Loan Center. And that's the nearest shows near us in Detroit, Michigan, is Cleveland and Toronto. Hopefully they can add a Detroit date. And not a lot of dates, only like a scant few dates, so they're probably going to add more dates as we go along. And they promise the hits throughout their 40 years, plus all the solo hits from Don Henley, Glenn Frey, and of course, Joe Walsh. Of course, the documentary aired last month at Showtime. It'll be on DVD April 30th. So there you go. Eagles finally announcing their tour. Stones, we're waiting. It's your turn now, boys. Now, other news on a woman I have seen at concert before. Avril Lavigne. Now, it's been 2 years since her last album, Goodbye Lullaby. And the album was okay. There's only one really good song. That was the first single, What the Hell, but it sounded dated. Now the new album's coming out soon on her new record label, Epic. After 10 years of being on Arista/RCA, she went to Epic. And now, where she follows her former executive from Arista and former chairman of Island Def Jam, and now the chairman of Epic and former X Factor judge, L.A. Reid, who's now on Epic. So Avril releases her new single next week, Here's to Never Going Up. Now fans can interact by mouthing off the lyrics to the song to be featured on the official lyric video. Because that's what people do. When they release new songs, they post a lyric video on YouTube first, then the real video. Like, the lyric video is like when they just post just the words. No, not a lot of visuals. So, Apple's going to release the lyric video and, of course, release the song on iTunes next week. Actually, in 2 weeks. April the 9th. So, April 9th, Avril Lavigne releases her first new song in 2 years called Here's to Never Going Up. So, we'll see how it sounds. From what I heard, the snippet, it sounds okay, but I want to hear more of it. There was only like a 10-second snippet because that's the one you can lip-sync to for this contest to put being a lyric video, like I mentioned. So, there you go. Avril new song, April 9th. Now, on with TV. Dynasty was on last night. No new modern again this week. I liked it. I liked both episodes. The first episode with Sai winning the casino night and winning $2,000 and getting a chair. And then him at the fucking pizza place, like a Chuck E. Cheese place, and wearing that gorilla. God, only Sai. And then Sai goofing off at the clothing store when they were trying to find Sadie a dress. God, that was kind of funny. You know, Sai, you know. He's probably my favorite character on the show, Sai. So there you go. That's my thoughts on last night's Duck Dynasty. We go from Ducks to the Bears. The Bears. Stumped to be a Bears fan after what happened yesterday with... Yep. After 13 years, Bears and Brian Urlacher had a irreconcilable split because of money. They couldn't think of a new contract. Of course, the Bears released a statement saying that they were not able to come up with a sufficient contract for Brian Urlacher. Came down the money. You know what I mean? Brian wanted to be paid a lot, and of course he had to take a big paycheck because pay cut of all these new guys. I know some Bears fans are like me, are very disappointed that, you know, in my mind and many Bears fans' minds, Brian Urlacher will always be a Bear. You know, I live in Michigan. You know, I'm a Bears fan in Michigan. But if you're Michigan football person, you gotta cheer anybody but the Lions because the Lions suck. I know they just got Reggie Bush, so unlike many others, bandwagon fans, but I'm a loyal Bears fan. I like the SNL skits, right? Kind of made me kind of be a Bears fan the last couple of years. And from what I've seen, Brian Urlacher was the heart of our defense. Yes, he's had some injuries, but hey, he always will be in many people's eyes, especially mine and fellow Bears fans alike, a Bear. And I forgot I had this jersey. I had other Bears shirts, but I never really wore this jersey much. I forgot I had it. Who knows? Maybe I'll sell it. I won't, because I know this will probably be a big collector's item now that he's no longer a Bear. So, but, some people, I read some comments on Facebook saying that, they're sad, be like me, come up with the money, let it go. I'm sad Brian Urlacher's going to, but hey, hope he comes back someday. But for now, he's no longer a Bear. I hope the Bears think of what they're doing. They got rid of Lovie Smith, the coach. They got rid of another linebacker. So now to give it to Urlacher. What's the game plan here? Cutler next? Come on, give it a Cutler. But anyway, so there you go. Bears and Brian Urlacher split. In a nasty one at that. But in other Michigan sports news, MSU won their game today. In the fight in the NCAA tournament at the Palace. They advanced. And as of this Atakline, Michigan is yet to play tonight. So there you go. Now on with some wrestling news. Starting with rumors on a wrestler turning heel. Now I've been saying if you've been seeing my wall reviews as of late, I've always been saying, is Owen gonna turn heel ever? They will tease an Owen heel turn and it never happened. Probably never will. Maybe he will in Mania, but I guess probably not. Because like I said, WWE's scared. But if WWE's scared of making Owen heel, how about turn Kofi Kingston heel? There's rumors that Kofi's turning heel, which I think Kofi deserves to turn heel. Because I said it on the last two, if you haven't seen my 2 more reviews the last 2 weeks, I kept calling Kofi Kingston the Black Zack Ryder. Because, like Zack Ryder, Kofi had a big push going for him. And now he's been demoted to the bottom of the ladder since, he got demoted. So, Kofi being heel would be a good thing. Kofi never has been a heel since he's been in WWE. So, it should be awesome to see him here, and hopefully he can give him a big push, finally, and be champion, like he deserves. So there you go, Kofi Kingston turning heel. Because I don't think Kofi turning heel would be as big as Orton turning heel, because Orton's a big babyface. Kofi's just a small mid-card babyface. So turning him heel won't be as big of a risk as, like I said, turning Orton or Cena heel. So there you go. Kofi heel. Hope that happens soon. Now, on with the TNA Impact Wrestling preview for tonight. Of course, still being the second week of it being a permanent taping on the road. Of course, it's from Chicago. They taped 2 weeks the same day. So there's a tape. Last week was live. This week's taped. Next week's live. Then the next week's taped. Like every other week is live. So this is tape from Chicago. Top 5 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 5. What will go down in the match between Joseph Park and Matt Morgan? Now, last week we saw this fight. This match start to develop last week when Matt Morgan interrupted Joseph Park in a talking segment, beating him up, challenging him to a match next week, and the match was accepted by both parties. So Matt Morgan will take on Joseph Park tonight in Chicago, in Joseph Park's alleged hometown. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe Joey White may get involved, because he lost to Joseph Park last week in Lockdown. Question number 4. What will be the fate of the Knockouts referee, Taryn Terrell? Now, after no interference at Lockdown, kind of spearing Gail Kim to help Velvet retain the Knockouts title last week at Lockdown, Taryn was placed on probation. Well, she got involved again last week in a match as she slapped the hell out of Gail Kim, or pushed down Gail Kim, during a Knockouts tag match after Gail slapped Taryn. So let's see what Book Hogan has to say about Taryn's future now that Taryn kind of disobeyed her probation by getting involved again last week after being taunted again by Gail. So I said it last week, I'll say it again. I think Taryn will probably be demoted from referee to wrestler. So we'll see what the fate is now that Brooks got her head straight after last week's heartbreaking betrayal from a certain bully, which I'll address in a bit. Question number 2. Speaking of that bully and his team, Ace and Eights, what will happen in the finally tag team title match that was supposed to take place last week? It was supposed to be Chavo Hernandez against Bobby Roode and Austin Aries, but Ace and Eights attacked Chavo Hernandez as they were entering the ring, so the tag team title match never happened. Thus, the Aries Sting match as a main event last week. So, will this tag team title match finally happen tonight? Will it finally happen, or will it be interfered again by Ace and Eights? So, we'll see if this match actually takes place between Aries and Roode, now that apparently Roode's contract dispute finally handled against Chavo Hernandez. Speaking of titles, question number 2. We'll go down a title match tonight with the new X Division champion, Kenny King, taking on the returning Sanjay Dutt. Now, of course, 2 weeks ago, Mr. Kenny King won the X Division Championship at the last Impact in the Impact Zone. And now he's going to defend the title tonight against Sanjay Dutt. Been out for a while with a knee injury. Of course, Sanjay came back and he got injured. But now Sanjay's back again. So let's see what Sanjay can do against the champ. But I think the champ will retain by hook or crook. Question number 2. What will go down between Ace and Eights tonight? What will TNA do about it? And what will happen when Billy Ray reveals the whole scam that he pulled, the wool he pulled over TNA's eye? Of course, tonight, Billy Ray claims he will reveal tonight how he organized this big scam to screw Hulk Hogan and play him like a fool, play him like a fiddle, tricking him and his family and Sting by pulling the biggest con in TNA history. Of course, Ace and Eights released a statement saying that our president, Billy Ray, will be on Impact and tell the whole 9-month story on how he pulled the biggest con in history. We'll be talking a step-by-step video. Look at Billy's genius. So, Billy Ray will reveal all about how he pulled the biggest con in recent TNA history by screwing with Hulk Hogan and playing him, like I said, playing him like a fool. And how will TNA retaliate? Of course, we saw the big brawl that ended last week's Impact with Team TNA coming out to try to attack Ace and Eights, but Ace and Eights stood tall. How will TNA retaliate? Out of the locker room once again unite to fight the common enemy known as Ace and Eights? We'll find out tonight on Impact at 8/7 Central on Spike TV. Bellator returns tonight after a 1-week layover. That is it for the Atakline for today. I'll see you all later tonight for my TNA Impact review. With that in mind, you have all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. See you later. Yeah.